Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another Blog Tech Tips. In today's tutorial guys, we'll try some tips on how to fix a blurry screen. So if your screen is blurry, try the following. Alright, so the first thing you want to try in case your screen is blurry is to consider what you're using. Now, let's say for example, if you're using the internet and you are connected to a service such as Netflix or YouTube, then of course that would be a little bit different. But if you are using something such as a Blu-ray player or something that's connected by HDMI, make sure that the cable is connected properly. So for example, make sure there's no loose cables to the HDMI port or the video display port. In that way, make sure it's plugged all the way in, because sometimes what happens is that you haven't plugged in whatever you have connected, such as even a PC, and the HDMI or the video display port is not sending the signal properly. So make sure those are checked. Alright, so if everything else is okay, most likely it's a settings problem. So go ahead and go to your settings, and of course these are just suggestions on some possible potential problems where you're having a blurry screen. Alright, the next thing that's the most likely culprit is your TV settings. So go ahead and go to all settings. And once you're in all settings, you're going to go to your picture. And once you're in your picture, you're going to go down to advanced settings. And once you're in advanced settings, you'll see a bunch of settings as seen here. Go to the brightness setting. Under brightness, you'll see a bunch of options. The ones you want to try first that has to do with clarity is adjust contrast. Now, as you see, it says that contrast messes with the bright areas on your screen. Higher value intensify the difference. So notice here that by default I haven't changed mine. The contrast is very high, meaning the picture is going to be very clear. Mine is set to 95. If yours is a very low value or a lower value, that might be the culprit. So go ahead and adjust your contrast so that the picture becomes much sharper. I would say anything 90 to 100 would be good. Alright, so next you'll see you have other options here. You have dynamic contrast, meaning it will optimize contrast settings based on the image brightness. You could turn that off or just leave it at its default. Mine is set to medium, and you have a number of other options here, but those are not much very important. Next, go to color. Sorry, not color. Go to clarity. In clarity, notice it shows you here a bunch of options. Adjust sharpness. Now sharpness is another option. Mine is set to 25. You can adjust that accordingly. Higher value, let's say increase edge sharpness for a more distinct image. Higher values increase the crispiness of the image, so you want that at a good value. Alright, another thing to look at too is super resolution, noise reduction, that can be on low, and of course there are other stuff such as smooth gradation, and just make sure that those are set. The key value here being, or the most important, is the sharpness. Make sure it's at a good value. So as you can see here, mine is at 25. All right, you can look at those. Now normally if you set those, it should be good and your TV should be back to a good viewing sharpness. If all else fails, you could also try the reset option seen here. And you can use the reset option to reset your picture preferences back to their default. So in case something was adjusted and there's too many settings to adjust, go ahead and use the reset option and reset your picture options back to their default. Doing all of that should be able to fix the problem with your device, and you should have sharp pictures again. If you have any comments, please leave them below. As always, Ricardo from Blog Tech Tips, saying bye until next time. Bye.